Kyle, I know the first two games didn't go the way you wanted personally or for the team, and you kept saying, I'm fine over my swing. But how good did that one feel in the fourth inning? Team's got no hits, and you give them a big one and even the score.
Yeah, felt good, right? I mean, hits are great. Guys on base, great. Anything like that. Any sort of pressure, and when you get an instant run right there, especially you're able to answer back there. Ranger comes in, gives up the home run, but he settled right in after that, which was awesome. But I think Knowles too. I mean, did a phenomenal job for us. Just the way that we lined it up, it worked out, and to get the answer back, and then for us to keeping those at bats going. Like he said, Bryce, big at bat, goes first to third, aggressive play, puts the pressure on them. Going to be bang bang, and kicks off, goes into the dugouts, run scores, Ballmer the third, and Marcy gets that sac fly. So those are all big key things for us as we keep moving forward. Going into tomorrow, that we want to keep pressure on any way possible, and I felt like we kept that going through the game. I didn't get the job done there against Banda, but felt like we still had those highest pressure pitches going. And like we said, Ranger did a fantastic job, kept everyone right there for us to keep eventually to crack through and have another big inning.
You passed Bernie Williams on the postseason home run list, your third all-time. A, what does that mean to you? And B, a handful of those have gone 450-plus feet. Is there something about playing in the playoffs that just take it to another level?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been very fortunate to be in a lot of postseason games in my career, and it's just the best form of baseball. I sincerely believe that it doesn't matter. Like I said, you could be hitting 100 or you could be hitting 500. Did you win the game at the end of the day? That's all that matters. So, that's why it's just such a fun format. You're just grinding. You're trying to find a way to win a baseball game, and it's going to work out. Sometimes it's not going to work out, but at the end of the day, the preparation's still going to be there, the intensity's going to be there, and the buy-in from everyone's going to be there.
With the frustrations that were around the team the first two games, whether it's you or anybody else that hitting that home run, do you feel like that was almost a sigh of relief for the team? Like, okay, now we can go out there and do our thing?
I mean, I think just trying to get back and respond there after they score a run is a big thing for us. I feel like we've done a really good job throughout the course of my time here. I feel like that we do a really good job of responding whenever something goes against us. And I feel you can even look back at the first couple games, that we were in striking distance every single time. Obviously, they're in the ninth inning too, in game two. We were responding. So that's something that we have a knack for here. That's something that's never going to leave us. We have to keep that same feeling, that same fight. But it's just nice to get the answer back, and then obviously another great at bat, and then we just kept it going.
Okay, we got anything else, Kyle? We're going to go here in the middle, first row.
I know it only counts for one run, whether it lands in the first row or goes 455 feet. But when you hit that ball, everybody in the stadium kind of goes, whoa, and can't believe how far it goes. What's your reaction when you see the ball travel like that?
I mean, when I hit it, I knew it's a home run, right? I didn't even see where it landed. I was looking in the dugout, kind of trying to get the guys going, and get back in the dugout. Everyone's high-fiving, and then I knew I hit it good. I just didn't know where it went, and then eventually someone tells me, and then you can watch it on video where it goes. So, I was just more focused on our guys there, where I don't care. Like you said, it could go in the first row. It could hit the that board right there, right? I don't care, but hits are great, homers are great, walks are great. Anything positive for our offense is going to be great. And but yeah, it was a cool moment.
You stay right here.
So the pitching plan tonight was a little unorthodox, but obviously very successful. From your perspective, like, how did you see it? With Noel going just those first two, but really being strong, and then Ranger was like ice.
Yeah, I mean, it was, wow. I'm looking around, and Knowles is doing his thing, and you see him start giving the handshakes, and it's just, we got our game plan right, and we're going to stick to our guns, and we're going to go with our game plan, and I'm just like, man, this guy's throwing the ball so well. But I think that maybe he gets, if he gets another shot at this, that he's going to do the same thing for us. He's been so big for us over the last 3+ years in the postseason now, that he's not going to be faced by any moment. And then, like you said, Ranger, he's done so many different positive things for us in the postseason, coming out of the bullpen in 22, closing out an LCS game. Obviously had some really big starts for us, gotten us deep in the games, and then he comes out of the bullpen again tonight, and it's, the natural reaction to think is after a first pitch home run that someone's going to be rattled, and he was just able to keep his composure like he always does, and just executed pitches the whole night. And you can't say enough about even both staffs. Our staff has been doing a fantastic job going out there, making it tough to get something going. And so is their staff, right? That it's been a heavyweight battle of 2 starting pitching staffs out there. So we know the battle's going to be. We know it's not going to be easy, but like Trey said, we know that we have the guys to do this, and we're going to keep fighting and scratch and clawing for anything that we can get.
You take one last one, Marcus?
Your whole career has been like during the blossoming of analytics, so you've seen a lot of weird things, and you've had a lot of managers. What does it say about, have you ever seen anything as strange as what you saw tonight from the pitching aspect, and what does it say about Rob Thompson that he's willing to do that in a must-win game because that's just the way he feels it should be?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different things in the postseason. In Chicago, I've seen Travis Wood go from the mound to going out the left field and making a sick catch on the ivy and coming back in the game and pitching. I've seen a lot of different things, but, like I said, we had our game plan. That was our game plan. We stuck with our guns, right? We knew that we wanted to get Knowles out there and set the tone, and he was able to do that for 2 innings. And Ranger comes in, and we know Ranger's a weapon for us. So we're going to deploy all weapons at any time. These are obviously must-win games, so there's going to be no, bullets being left in the left. Right, we're going to use everything that we have. The try to win baseball games here, because it's win or go home. So, we did it. It worked out, and that's how it should be. It is what it is, but. Like I said, I hope Knowles gets another shot at this because, like I said, he's been so huge for us.
What does it say about Rob that he's willing to do something this unorthodox in this moment?
Yeah, I think it shows. It shows that he's going to be doing anything that he feels like is going to be the right move to win a baseball game. And for how unorthodox it is, yeah, right. You want your starter to go out there and give you 7 innings. But also, too, we have 2 guys who are 2 very quality starters. So we wanted to make sure that both these guys go out there and they do their thing, and it worked. And I don't know what's ahead of us. I know we got Sanchi going tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. And they have another really good starter going tomorrow. So you never know what you'll see in a postseason baseball game, but you just got to make sure you go out there and play great defense, take great at-bats, 27 outs, and go from there.
Kyle, if you don't mind, I'll just take one more on the right-hand side over here.
Sorry. Kyle, were you surprised that you got a second look at Clayton Kershaw, and how much did that second look you think helped you in that at-bat?
Yeah, I faced Kirsch for years now, and he's undoubtedly one of the probably top I don't know how many starting pitchers in baseball, right? This guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and I have a lot of respect for Clayton and for how he goes about his business, and I know that he's going to be leaving baseball after this year. So Just from all of us and the opposing side, we all have a ton of respect for him, obviously, first off. But, having those at-bats and seeing him, right, it's always nice to have a recent, familiarity, I guess, right, of seeing pitches. So, I think I didn't see a fastball there the first at bat. I think it was mostly all sliders in a curveball. He just kind of missed with the fastball middle in. I was able to get to it and snuck it just out enough. But, like I said, he's always a unique guy with unique pitches. And, so anytime you get to see him back-to-back times, I think that can be beneficial.